While in Laplace Garden, we can find a man named it's not his name, but his title is Laureate. What is it? Laureate. Oracle Laureate Lesley Beckett. We've heard about a Lesley before, but it was spelled differently, and I believe it was a woman during one of Inez's quests, but was also a member of the Order, I think. Might have been a member of the Protectorate. He's got those Ninja Turtle boots. I want this outfit, and I think I get it later on. They just haven't unlocked it for me. Okay. I'm not going to go through all the dialogue because the reason I know this person exists is because of a different quest. Let's go ahead and poke him.
Did you know around 1,000 species of bacteria live on human skin? A fascinating, if not relevant, bit of trivia. Wouldn't you agree?
And well, I have the medical check. I might as well use it. I have a fun fact, too. Did you know ursopods generate their weight in mucus every day?
I did indeed. But always nice to make the acquaintance of a fellow philomath. At any rate, I am quite conscious, merely waiting.
You always sit around waiting with your eyes closed?
Only whilst simultaneously attempting to repel waves of near paralyzing trepidation, as one does.
Okay. You have a leadership check of 4. I know exactly how you feel. Like the weight of the entire colony is on your shoulders.
Our shoulders. You're not carrying this weight alone.
I thank you for the acknowledgement. Yes, much of the colony's future does indeed rely on me and my predictions. It's the whole reason I've planted myself on this spot. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates.
Heard this song before. Well, I'm very important. No offense, but that seems pretty vague. No, we said that in the other one, so I'll say I've heard this song before. Let me guess. The seer gave you that prediction.
Oh no. You know what they say about having too many totalizers on the same sum?
It's because he is a seer. He's just a higher version of the seer. He's an oracle. Science of 3. Nothing gets solved.
Precisely. Oh my goodness, it's refreshing to converse with someone so like-minded. Lesley Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
Can do my professor check or actually introduce myself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of a fellow academic. This is part of that quest I said I wasn't going to go into because I already did it.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I, don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
I don't even know what an excogitation chapel is.
Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings.
You mentioned breakthroughs. Like what?
All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, the discovery of gravity, or has the potential to be.
Say no more. I'm on the case. I'll hunt down these audio logs for you.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, If you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside.
So that kind of makes it seem like there is more. But, no. So I'm recording this after doing the quest because I realized I forgot to record his conversation. I mean, I have it in the other video, but I didn't want to go digging for it. So there are 4. I found all 4. We'll get into it after I'm done talking to him. So while I have you here, there's something else I'd like to discuss.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
I need to gain access to the archive. Any thoughts on how I can do that?
Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out siege is likely to dislodge them. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more.
Okay. I have some general questions.
Don't we all?
Tying into the main story. I trust you heard about w.a.l.e.'s takeover of Alexandra Monastery? Any thoughts on that?
Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask?
Well, using what we learned from w.a.l.e. because we talked him down, w.a.l.e. said he would be resigning from the Order. So what happens to him now?
His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. I expect we won't hear from him anytime soon. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious.
w.a.l.e. was one of your seers. Don't you feel a little responsible for what happened?
Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future, to ensure such tragic events never happen again. Landon w.a.l.e. was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable.
This is what I said the last time. Well, I have to admit, he made a lot of good points. The Order does seem in need of reformation.
By the architect, no. The Order needs less change, not more. I agree we need to return to our fundamentals, but I'm quite sure my definition of that differs from w.a.l.e.'s and his cohorts. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache, and I just got rid of the last one.
All right, well, I want to know more about Laplace's garden.
Oh, the garden is a marvel, isn't it? A prime example of how this colony could function if led by science and rationality instead of fear and oppression. Everything within the garden was meticulously selected by a committee of the Order's best archivists to provide for mental clarity and focus. My word, you should have seen the debates over the shrubbery. I've never witnessed such passionate discourse over foliage of all things.
Sounds good. Can you tell me more about the Order's history on Cloister?
And what a history it is. The Order of the Ascendant, along with the Archive, has been headquartered on this moon since the founding of the colony. It was given to us by the matriarch herself. She understood how vital our contributions would be to Arcadian society, which some have forgotten. It is why we're here, in fact. Cloister has 2 things in abundance: ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the archive, and we've utilized its vast computational power ever since.
Well, how useful could it have been if it didn't allow you to foresee the invasion?
Who's to say it didn't? Do you think it mere coincidence the Order was ready to quit the Protectorate en masse the moment the invaders arrived? Seems statistically improbable. That's all I'll say.
All right, I'll be going. so he does have more information that ties into a different quest. So I'll put that one either in the description or at the end. But we start the quest, a collectible quest. Deviations under Duress. Laureate Beckett has asked you to retrieve 4 audio logs from several excogitation chapels around Cloister. It is his belief that these logs may contain meaningful revelations that will contribute to the Order's efforts. And so I'm going to give you this little spoiler here. You cannot finish his quest until you are like halfway through the main story quest, A Complication with the Computronic Cerebrum. You gotta be halfway through that before you can even finish his quest. Because it requires you to get into the archive, which is what that quest's all about. But I can still show you where they all are. The first one you'll probably find is here. Second one will be here. The third one is here. And then the fourth one will be here on top of this mountain, which is why you need to get an elevator that you're going to get while doing the main story. Well, do you have anything else to say?
Welcome back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you?
Bye. Alright. So, I still need to find the fourth one, and I believe it has to be accessible through the what is this place called? The Underlands on Cloister. This one leads you up to Laplace Gardens. So this one that I sent the other people through, this has to be the one that gets to another location I can't show you because I don't have the other map. But I never went through it. But using the using my memory of the previous map, that's where it has to go. Because where I originally thought it went, there's just no physical way it could reach there. Also, it's broken. I don't have a lockpick of 9. And I only need to find one more. Oh, it even tells me right there. This leads right to the chapel I'm looking for. Okay. So good, I finally found the 4th chapel. Outside of Excognition Chapel. All right. Yes. Okay. I had no clue how to get here, and apparently it's just because I needed to get near the end of the game first. All right. Well, that's the chapel. Did it add a fast travel? No. Now it did, right? Yes, okay. So then where did all those Auntie's Choice people go when they got up here? Because there's no way up this mountain. So I was assuming there would be no way... Well, I guess there's always a way down the mountain. They just fall down the mountain. Yeah, there's no way getting up here. Alright. Let's do what I'm here to do. Just finally get around to finishing this quest. Alright. So there's a dead ursapod here and a dead ursapod there. Dead ursapod here, dead ursapod there, dead ursapod everywhere. Dead soldier as well in front of an enemy spawner. Well, I guess they're not always enemy spawning doors, but looks like one. There's what I'm here for. Yes. Oh, way into that room in case I don't have the ability to open it. You have a decryption key. It's a Dawn Maniac. Decryption key and some Gothic armor. I get experience, so I'm gonna open it this way. Because why would I not? Wait, do I not get experience from that? A gloop grenade. Again, I don't know how gloop grenade... I still have yet to look in to see the timeline between this and the first game. But gloop grenades shouldn't exist if this takes place before the first game. Because... gloop weapon was not made yet. So what do you do? Do you just control this? You do. I don't know what these are for yet, so I don't want to do this yet. Because they're obviously part of a quest. Okay. I don't, what number is this? Do they have numbers? Because I want to get them in order, but I don't... This is the first one I'm grabbing, even though I know where they're all at. But I don't know if they go in a specific order.
We in the Order love to speak of a grand plan, of ordered complexity, where all things have a reason for existing, a purpose to fill. But what purpose is served by hundreds dying senselessly in the cold? The longer this interminable war drags on, the more convinced I become of the universe's dispassionate variability. We must reconcile with this reality, and if we cannot, then perhaps it is time we evolve a new philosophy altogether. It's certainly worth bringing up with the presiding bishop upon my writ.
My writ. Okay. Okay, and then we're at Northwest now, because this one's one you're just going to pass by while doing other quests. Explore the outside first, even though I think I already did. And I already looted everything. No, there's scrap there. Oh, is the front door busted up? I have to go in through this door? Oh, I already knew the front door was busted up. I saw it was busted up. So alternatively, I could just go in through that door. But what is, what do we got down here? The drop pod from Auntie's Choice. Oh, someone caught it. Pop, Initiate Delwald. Initiate Delwald, our seers have determined that you are at the greatest risk of injury from an overhead attack. We strongly encourage you to stay out of range of Protectorate artillery and be cautious of airborne Protectorate mechs. And instead, he got a Auntie's Choice drop pod on him. So across Cloister, mainly a lot of them are up here, you just find random people that died from these predictions. There's a random seer predictions that were handed to people. Maybe I'll do a video on all the predictions. That's all that is. Just some funny little environmental storytelling. Okay. So we'll go in through the front door. Get ourselves an advanced decryption key. I know it plays the Auntie's Choice theme. The other one I was at did not have a ladder to get up, from what I remember. I'd have to run back and check.
Yeah.
Sprat's foot. There's whatever this thing's supposed to be. A lot of going around. That would turn on the thing if I didn't want to use my... Or if I was unable to do the skill check to turn it on. There's north. I was gonna say, there's always a corpse. Where's the corpse? Oh, you're not a corpse. You're alive.
Hello, layperson. Hello, layperson.
Bye. Yeah, I guess you can't tell I never went into this one. I didn't go into 1 and I didn't go into 3.
Yeah.
I only did 2 because 2 is part of another quest. Yeah, catching a dude here, I was completely confused. Because everyone that I've seen so far has been dead. Alright. Then yeah. The Science of 7, I can turn those on.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird, because you get a quest about the resistors, but that guy doesn't... He only sends you to one resistor. Could I have done all of them and would I have gotten better rewards? Because he doesn't even tell you the other resistors exist. I just found the other resistors after I did his quest.
The Oracle Laureate hoped that sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is... emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more, but their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
Well, that's a different voice than the person that's upstairs. So, I don't know who that's supposed to be. We'll head on over to the next one. This was north? North. So number 3 will be right here. Another quest called Frozen Pursuit of the Frosty Fugitive will lead you there. And if those resistors are part of a quest, that means this location will be needed to... is repeated 3 times. When again, I know I've already said this in another video. This is unused as far as I know. They could have put something out there for you to explore. There's caves over here that are unused. They could have put something out there to explore. There's where the 4th one is. Spoilers. This, so far, not a single quest has sent me there. Like, I don't know why they keep doubling and tripling up on locations. But I'm here again. Oh, crap.
If you need a house
That would hit him. So yeah, there will be like a boss level enemy because it's a... there's a bounty?
Combatant scan.
And he's got a rocket launcher. What's his name? I guess I could tell you his name. It's like, yeah. Buckshot Bill.
Activating F.
There's the Drina time. There's my Drina time.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Feeling real vulnerable.
Give me the time. Guns dropped.
Give me the time. Bring it time.
Practicing some to the rescue. Right on scene. Let's get you healed. Happy to help. Discreetly. Position.
I might need to up the difficulty. Now that I have this shotgun, it has basically just turned hard difficulty into easy.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Because the shotgun just one-shots them all.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
There it is.
Transmitter down over here.
Coming for you.
And on his body is the key to open this thing. If we didn't want to stealth.
Buddy, can you spare the Drena time?
Yeah.
Can I spare
Tingling. All charged up.
the Drina time? Where are you at?
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic. I have a...
Someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed.
Somehow I put 5 shells into 3 barrels, but alright. Yeah, the only reason why it's difficult is because of my flaws. Being that I am just squishy as shit. But now I'm just destroying enemies because this is a shotgun. So the first hit that you hit them with freezes them, but it's a shotgun, so it kind of scatter shots. So they kind of pop in one hit, which I think is unintentional. Because it fires 1 bullet, but shrapnel, I guess, hits them while they're frozen. So yeah, a lot of them will just pop immediately. And I don't think that was the way it was supposed to work. So you're the one who actually had the rocket launcher, not Buckeye. Not Buckeye Bill. I did loot here, right? Nope. So yeah, I didn't pause long enough, but you get the key to open this from his body. Chapel key card, or what is it, a level 11 lockpick. So if you don't want to kill Bill for some reason, hope you got a high enough lockpick. You can stealth up through the left path.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could just get in this way? I think I looked and you couldn't. This just leads to the resistor.
Yeah.
It was the first one that I found. Yeah, they don't... As far as I can tell, they don't do anything. And they don't tie into the resistor quest. Unless, as I said, unless I could have activated all of them during that person's quest, they don't matter. And it might have just been you get better loot. There's the dead body. We get ourselves a decryption key. So at 2 of them, they had decryption keys, right? Did we get a decryption key at this one? Got his arm chewed off. Get ourselves a full shellacked ornate headpiece and suit. A card. Pitchball card. Gurjit Suri. Oh, wait, is that all the resistors do? They just unlock things? So I could use a science of 7 or a hack of 7 to turn that resistor on. Then we get ourselves the hugging vest, a unique piece of armor. It basically just gives you thorns. I read it in the other video, so I'm not going to read the whole thing here. But yeah, it just gives you thorns. But is that all that the resistors did? So now I gotta go back to the other resistors and see what secret rooms they opened. Because now that's on, which means this is open. In the other video when I was here before, I turned on the resistor and it opened this room. Memoriam Meditation Chamber. This chamber was built in honor of the Exemplars, who engineered the remarkably stable energy system which powers the resistor banks. Then we can take that suit of armor and the helmet. They're not unique or legendary. They're just basic. Nothing special. We do have our hugging vest with prickly. Again, as I said, it just does thorns. It just does thorns, but it didn't come with a helmet. I can always put on my sprat head. Alright. I'm gonna run back to the other 2 before we go to the 4th and final one to turn on the resistors, because I didn't know that that's what they did. I honestly thought they were tied into another quest. Is there a hidden room here? don't know if you can hear my neighbor's trash can. Like, all of my neighbors are doing yard work today? What? Does it just open this door? If I didn't want to use my other ability to open this door, is that all the resistor does? Are you about to tell me that right now? Usually, there would be an indicator of what this monitors or needs to be set to. Instead, there is just a cryptic message. The stars were especially beautiful the night that the potassium glass for the main monitor screen was cast. Especially those at an average distance of blink like you. They all say the same thing. I didn't read them. Using your knowledge of astronomy, you calculate the average approximate distance in light years of all the stars which were visible that night. Wow, that was a lot of effort. You hope it was worth it. I think that just opened the main door. If I follow the wires, it just leads to here. Oh no, there's an elevator here that I never noticed. Okay. Memoriam Meditation Chamber. This chamber was built in honor of the exemplars who discovered the correct chemical composition for the ultra-durable potassium glass used for the main archive monitor. Another non-unique piece of armor. Cool. How did I miss this elevator? Was it not there until I turned the thing on? Alright. So, I mean, these are all just going to be generic things that I don't care about because they're not unique, but at least I got one unique piece, right? Yeah, my neighbor was doing their yard. Like, when I got home from work, everyone's just doing their yards. I don't know why everyone's doing their yards right now. Where's this resistor at? So what would it open? Hold on. What are you guys gonna open? Because it shouldn't be that door. So what else would open when I turn this one on? Oh wait, was there a door in the back? Oh, it's just the same door that corpse is on the other side of, huh? Okay. Yeah, see, as I said, they also just say the same thing. It got frozen, but I was able to hold the button down to at least escape. I'm hearing some movement. Yep, it just magically spawned in an elevator. Okay. It wasn't here before. Oh, please be unique. Don't just be a generic-ass gun. Memoriam Meditation Chamber. This chamber was built in honor of the exemplars who first designed the cooling silos which make the archive possible. It's just a basic ass gun. I know he knows. Basic ass gun. Especially because this is a late game quest. You can't finish it until near the end of the game. So the fact that it's giving me basic stuff is very disappointing. I didn't I didn't listen to the audio log. I grabbed my armor and just left. Okay.
Hello.
So, I'm trapped. Messages to the Order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Last now. Spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
I think some of these are in the wrong places. There's no ursopods here. But I guess this person's arm did get eaten by something. Alright, the final one is right here, which is east of Winter's Grasp. Quest will lead you there. And just like the first one, I never explored it. Well, I mean, not the first one in the video. Number 1, North 1. Also having to be wary because OBS is now, it's been months and it's back on its, oh no, we can't handle this you recording BS because it did another forced update. And now it's acting like my capture card is unable to record something it's been recording for months. So I'm hoping it doesn't do the stupid flickering thing that it does. And it just stays normal. Oh, there it is. And that tells me already this is where the secret area is going to be. I thought I heard the noise it makes when your observation's going off. Guess I was wrong? There's an advanced decryption key. There must have been one at each of the locations. Because why would I find 3? I had to have found 4 and just forgot that I found 4. Open up. Gonna be a plasma cutter. Oh, I like how the sprat ran in here. Like, oh, a non-unique item. This chamber was built in honor of the exemplars who fine-tuned the first plasma cutters, which are used for precision cutting the great punch cards. Well, then this should be unique if it's the first plasma cutter. Should have given me 4 unique items. Let me save before I pick this up, because if OBS does bug out, I will have to restart so that you still get the Southeast. You still get the whatever it's called, caption.
Laureate Beckett was right. Solitude has been good for my studies. In just 93 days, I have made extraordinary progress deciphering the truths of our universe. For instance, there are none. None whatsoever. Objective reality is itself a concept invented by subjective observers eager to apply reason to chaos. In light of that view, better to assume we are all sleepwalkers, sharing the same dream of consciousness. We are the universe attempting to know itself. Wow. Life-affirming, in a way. And to think, I almost walked out into that blizzard last week.
Did he walk out into that blizzard? Wait. Yeah. Did. Yeah, all right. We just gotta head back and drop them off. And let's go return these to Beckett. And I'm mixing Beckett and Lesley together. Lesley, Beckett, Beckley.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you?
I located all those logs you asked me to find.
Cool. Look at me, as giddy as a first-year novice. All right, let's listen. No, this isn't right. There must be some mistake. The beliefs advocated here are entirely in opposition with what the Order stands for. I don't suppose you have any other recordings less filled with, despair?
No, I don't, but I have a professor or a science check. You should be proud. Your members have just reinvented philosophism, which I believe is blasphemy in this universe. Philosophy is a terrible thing.
Philosophism? What's that?
Oh, I guess not. That's only in the Halcyon system, where Vicar Mac tells you about philosophism, I guess, being bad. The opposite of scientism, which is the whole point. They're all about scientism and mathism, whatever they call it. It's a belief that there is no purpose to the universe, no plan. Life is what you make of it.
Well, that sounds horrible. It's evident what happened. My colleagues must have gone quite mad in the isolation of their studies. Sad, but perhaps not unforeseeable. Only one certainty remains. These logs must be destroyed. I shudder to imagine the ramifications if other members of the Order were subjected to such nonsensical rantings.
If it's all nonsense, why worry about it?
Please understand, what's been recorded here borders on heretical. Scientism teaches that the universe is constant, rational, and inalterable. These proofs reject all of that reason in favor of some ineffable manifestation of personal will.
And I disagree. Because of the exact reason I'm going to say, which is this speech check. You should preserve the logs. No knowledge should be destroyed out of fear.
No, of course. You're right. Rejecting data out of hand only leads to confirmation bias. I will preserve the logs, if only to study where these scienticians went wrong. I believe I promised you a reward. Here is that lockbox. I regret I don't have a key, but I'm sure you'll find some way to access its contents. Eventually.
Yep, bye. So that's what. So this one probably takes 4 keys. And we got we got a key each at each location.
It seems they've gotten the fountains working again. Feel that fine mist on your face. Do not think about the aerosol contaminants floating in it. In what manner can I assist you?
I'm the one who got it fixed, and I told you to shut your thing down, and you agreed you would. So remember that. Okay. So I'm gonna make a video eventually on the, whatever they're called, the lock boxes. I don't know which one he gave me, because it doesn't tell you. He just gives you a lockbox. So one of these random lockboxes he gave me is the one I have. Like, they don't have names, right? But it would be the most recent one. So this is the one he gave me, maybe? Shadow Hacker? This is why this is just a bad system of how they're doing this. It costs 5, so I wouldn't have gotten enough. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on these. So that's why I'm not opening it now. I'm sure someone in the comments knows which one he gave you, or eventually when I complete the game and I go through and look at stuff, when I do my second playthrough on my own and look at, like, actually look up a walkthrough. If I find out which one he gave me, I'll put it in the description or in the comments. But for now, this is the only quest giver that gave me a lockbox. Everyone else gives you keys. Was it worth it? I mean, I got this suit of armor. Oh, I'm already wearing it. I still think the lockbox system's kind of stupid.